Welcome to the React Game Challenge. In this challenge, we will design a game, learn and write code for React.js components, make the app responsive for desktop and mobile users, learn and write code for React states and props, and deploy the web game app online.
Oh my god! Wow!
For following along with me in this challenge, you just have to know the very basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And I will give you a line by line simple explanation of all the code that we will write in this challenge. So without further ado, let's start this challenge. My name is Aditya Shenoy from Brainy, where I make programming simple and fun. Oh no, the game crashed. This is because 92% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed to this channel. Clicking the subscribe button is completely free and you can always change your mind in future. While you are down there, there is one thumbs up button. Gently tap that button. Ignore the thumbs down button. We don't click that here. So here is our first quest. Design mobile and desktop version of Stone Paper Scissors game. In this challenge, I have selected the Stone Paper Scissors game as everyone should be familiar to this. Choosing a simple game will help us focus on React and not on the game complexity. Now, some of you may wonder why we are wasting our time designing and not just writing the code directly. We can definitely do that, but it takes more time to do trial and error with code. And as you start building more complex applications, this designing approach will save you a lot of time. So it is better if we start following good software engineering principles from now. Here I have opened the draw.io application. You can also use draw.io website. It is completely the same and there is no changes in the desktop version and the web version. And as we are going to design a application or game for desktop as well as mobile users, we need to prepare two designs, one for desktop and one for mobile. So let's first make the design for desktop. There are multiple dimensions of the screens of desktops available, so we cannot design for all dimensions, but we can create a design for one of those common screen resolutions. So I'm going to select 1280 and 720 pixels. So this is 720p, if you know. So I'll arrange like this. So this is a general aspect ratio of the desktop. I know it can be 1980 1080 as well, but even if that changes, the overall design or the overall look of the game will not change that much. So we will design our desktop version of the game in this dimension. So what do we want? First, we want a title. So first I will move this to back and I will add a text. Stone, paper, scissors. I will increase the font size and put it at the center. So I know this is a little bit tricky to design and then code, but see, we can rearrange the elements on the design very easily. But for doing that in the code, it is very hard as we have to change multiple locations of the code. So it is good if you start making designs of complex applications like this. So this is done. As this is a title, I will use boldface. Now, stone, paper, scissors should have a score. So this game will be user versus computer. Computer will have random moves. So we need to display the score. So for that, again, I will use a text. I will just copy this, remove the boldface, and we will give this a title score. For now, let's assume it is 10 currently, and we will also provide a functionality to reset the score. So that will be an underline, but this does not look good because it is the same size as that of the title. So we need to reduce the font size of this. So let's try 48 maybe. Yes, this looks okay. So let's continue. Now we need to add the images of the hands. So the image of stone, the image of paper, and the image of this scissors. So for that, I have taken the emojis of the hand, the victory emoji, and the fist emoji. So this works perfectly as they are of the same type. So the hands look the same, and also they are of the same size as well. So we can use this for our designing purpose and for development purpose as well. And this emoji is easily available on internet, and you can also find this images in my GitHub repository. So let's take, and as you can see over here, this paper and paper user are essentially the same images, but just it is flipped. So I have taken just three images from internet, and I have flipped those three to make this six. And let's take this and put it over here, and put stone of computer over here. Let's resize this. This looks okay. So this size is 280, so we want this same size. So I will just copy this and do it like this. So this is done. Can move it a little up. The actual game will not look exactly like this design, but we will get an understanding like how what elements do we need while coding, and what are the basic sizing of those elements. So this is a reference point and not the exact blueprint. So this design will help us have some reference of the dimensions, but we will not follow the exact pixel values. So we will have an estimate of how big or small this is as compared to the overall screen resolution. So after this is done, let's first change the background. This looks very plain. So over here, fill, and I was messing around with the colors, and I found this color to be good as per the hand and the black color text. So I will go with this. And if you want to follow along, this is the hexadecimal code 97D077. Now let's add three buttons for stone, paper, scissors, so that user can change his move. So for this, I will use rounded rectangle. Let's make its background white and add text tone. This should be of the same size, I guess. So let's try 48. So this is one of the buttons. So I will just duplicate these three buttons so that we have the same size. I will just change the text, stone, paper, and scissors. Now I will not care about the alignment, like the spacing of this, because in actual code we can control that very easily using CSS. So I will just uh, put this, and this hand position will be like this. So this is an overall uh, design of our game. So we will have two hand images, a header, a score, and a reset button to reset the score, and three buttons that will control this. This is the user hand, and this is the computer hand. So this will change randomly, but this will be controlled by these three buttons. So look, like this entire designing process happened in just a few minutes of time. And now just think how much time would it have taken if you would have designed it by directly coding it. So it will take a lot of time. And this is just a stone, paper, scissors game. Imagine building a complex app. So designing first will help you a lot. So this is the desktop design done. So we will go on for mobile. And for desktop, we have used 1280 and 720. I will just flip that to create the design of this. So this will be 720 and 1280 like this. Let's move to 00 and let's zoom out. So again, I will use the same background. So nothing will change in the desktop and the mobile as per the aesthetics, but the layout will change because of the less width available. So the dimensions will change and the orientation, the arrangement of the buttons and everything will change. But overall, the game and the images that we will use will remain the same. So this is our mobile screen. So let's just copy the header and paste it over here. But this will be huge. Like, see, this does not fit in the same line. So like the font size will change. So let's try 48. Yeah. So now this may look very small, but in actual mobile this will look good. So let's center align it and the score. So let's copy that over here in the center again. And this does not this should not be have the same font size as this. So let's shrink this to 36 like this. So this is done. Now let's copy the images like this. But this image is huge as per the mobile dimension. So let's shrink it. So what we have is 280. So let's try shrinking that to like 260 or something. And let's arrange this properly. And this arrangement is not important because this dimension will not be the same for all mobiles. So even if we have like an understanding, like after the score the two images will be there with equal spacing around. So that is a good reference for actual coding. So we do not have to stress much on the spacing and the sizing and everything, but you can have a quick design so that you can start development fast. So now that is done. So the only thing remaining is the buttons. So I will copy just one and see this dimension will not work. So I have to increase the size of this button. Hmm, like this. And the font size looks good. So I will not change that. I will copy these two times. Stone, paper, and Caesar. This should be like almost the same spacing. So paper and scissors. And we can move this image a little up. As you can see over here, we have developed the desktop version and the mobile version of the Stone Paper Scissors game just by designing, but we have designed that in a few minutes, I will say. So, and after this designing, by taking the reference of this design, we can develop the application very fast. So this is done, and yay, we received an achievement, Blueprinter, because we have made a blueprint of our app. So that's nice. So here is our next quest of our game. We have to set up a React project. So for setting up the initial React.js app or React.js project, first you need to have node.js installed. Don't worry, we will not write any code for node.js in this challenge, but for setting up React app, so you can download the node by typing node.js download and going to the first link node.js.org slash and download, and you can download any installer based on your operating system. So I already have that installed, so I will not re-download it. For checking whether you have installed the node.js properly or not, you have to type this npx and press enter. We will be using npx command in some time. So yeah, so npx has thrown some error, but now it is clear that we have successfully installed our npx. So Now you have to decide in which folder you have to make your app. So I will select my desktop, which is over here. So I will just copy this and cd to that folder. So I have my path as this. You can select any path, any folder that you want to install your application. So in this SPS folder, I want my projects. So I will do npx create hyphen react hyphen app, and then we have to pass a name for that project. So I will pass stone paper scissors like this and press enter, and it will take some time to configure everything and download the required packages. So we have to wait now. So after taking a lot of time installing and configuring the files, we finally have reached this stage. So this states success, and to test whether this has been successfully installed or not, we can follow these steps as they are suggesting. And notice also the message happy hacking. This is very funny. So let's do cd stone paper scissors and type npm start. Npm start will start a local host server, and that will display the web application that they provide in the initial phase. So let's click that, and this is also a waiting game at the start. So this server application starts at localhost 3000, and yes, look, this is the React logo, the spinning React logo, and it says edit this file to make your changes. And yay, we have made an achievement. Ready, set, go. Because we are all ready and set for React development. We will start writing the code for this game in the next part of this challenge. Subscribe to this channel for not missing out the future parts of this challenge. Do like the video, likes help me be encouraged to bring more such videos to you. If you disliked the video, press the dislike button if you want, but I will request you to comment why you disliked so that I can improve on those factors in the future videos. Share this video with your friends who will find this challenge useful. If you want to see a line by line explanation of data structures and algorithms, check out the playlist over here. If you want to learn Python built-in functions along with various Python features, tips, tricks, and real project examples, then check out the playlist over here. If you want to see a hands-on game development project, check out the playlist over here. And I will see you in the next video.